Fortnite Reload just got an update on Tuesday, but it's sort of meh. Here's all the changes to the loot pool, and I'm going to give you my opinion on what's going to be the best loadout going forward. So let's go over the vaulted items first. The Havoc pump shotgun, the Ranger shotgun is no more. The Havoc was good. I preferred it over the pump, not going to lie. The Ranger was fun. It kind of had its uses, the long range, mid range. It could do a lot of damage if someone was kind of shockwaving away. So I think losing the Ranger really wasn't that big of a deal. It was fun though. The Twin Mag, the SMG, I know a lot of people like this SMG. I didn't really love it that much, but I don't really like playing with SMGs that much anyways. So no big loss for me on that one. Plus it only had a magazine size of like 20, which is so low. Let's get into some of the items that might make you sad that they've left us for now, but it's never a permanent goodbye with Fortnite. It's just a ta-ta for now because they always bring back items and guns every other chapter, it seems. But we are sad to see them go. Now, before we talk about the really, really good AR that's left us, some honorable mentions that have left that are going to haunt me a little bit is the hunting rifle. I don't know if you guys have noticed this in Reload, but the blue and green rarities actually have no bullet drop off, unlike what they did to the hunting rifle over in the BR. I just don't think they updated it. So I've been using the green and blue rarity hunting rifle over the higher rarity in Reload almost every time, because there's no bullet drop off. They did vault the kinetic blade. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal. It was only 2 charges instead of the 3. And so I would always take shockwaves in the grapple over it anyways, so no big loss there. And they took away Slap Juice. Slap Juice really wasn't that big of a deal, and they replaced it with berries. They unvaulted berries and this like green juice, where the green juice will like fill up your HP all the way, but if you get shot or damaged, it'll stop filling it up all the way. It's really not that good. Now for the AR that they took away, I'm really sad about this. It's probably like my top 3 all-time favorite ARs.
Okay.
It's the hammer. The hammer's vaulted. Moment of silence here. Okay, the moment's over. It's really, really freaking sad. The accuracy of shooting people out of the air, long range, short range, you can use it as an SMG. It only had 20 in the magazine, but it was such a good AR that it really didn't matter. You made the bullets count. Now, I'd say it's probably my favorite weapon in all of Reload that I've been playing with for the last few months, other than the Mammoth, which they already took out a couple of weeks ago and they gave it to the BR mode. So those are all the vaulted items and weapons. Let's talk about some of what they brought back. So starting with shotguns, give us back the heavy shotgun. Now this is a reworked version. My cats are going crazy. This is a reworked version that only shoots 1 pellet. It's not my favorite. I don't really like it at all, actually. It's very situational, but if you can actually hit the shot, it does a lot of damage, especially a headshot, but it's really, really bad at hip fire. Apparently the double barrel has been unvaulted. I didn't see it. I played like 10 games today. Can't confirm or deny that it's in the game. I didn't see it. The combat SMG is back. It is absolutely horrendous. The recoil is so bad. Your recoil will just go. So I had to like drag my mouse all the way across my mouse pad. So as far as the shotguns are concerned and the SMGs, I think that we kind of took a massive L in this department. The infiltrator shotgun, however, they brought back a little while ago. This thing is nasty. It's growing on me, okay? It's like a mixture between a pump and a tactical shotgun, like the speed of the tactical and the hard hitting of the pump. So like I was saying earlier, they took out the hunting rifle, and to replace the hunting rifle, they gave us the suppressed sniper, which actually is a big W. The suppressed sniper is, in my opinion, better than taking the heavy sniper. The only thing that the heavy sniper has over the suppressed is extra body damage. So the suppressed has a couple of advantages because it can still do over 250 damage to the head, which can take you out obviously in build mode and zero build mode with a headshot. But the noise suppression makes it so that it's hard for other players to know where they're getting shot from. So that's one. And then the other thing that's really good about it is that its reload time is a lot faster than the heavy sniper, like infinitely faster. So for ARs, they unvaulted the LMG, the light machine gun, but it really does behave more like an SMG than an AR anyways. It's really, really good up close, like an SMG. It has a giant magazine, 60 bullets is crazy. It's gonna be able to get you through multiple close-up fights, and we all know that Reload is renowned for people just jumping on you and third-partying over and over and over, 4th party, 5th party, 6th party. It probably could handle all those fights, maybe needing to reload by like the 6th person jumping on you. 60 in the magazine is a lot. The damage is really good and it shoots really fast. So, I mean, I had some pretty good success with it, especially in bush fights. You can just whoo, and you'll eventually find out where they are and do enough damage to kill them. So I think this is actually a positive thing for short range fights. Plus in Reload, you find a lot of AR ammo, unlike BR mode right now. Usually after a couple of fights in Reload, you're probably gonna have a maxed out amount of ammo. So you'll be able to use like a regular AR, like the Burst, and then the LMG is a backup SMG. it takes medium bullets for both, but since there's so many medium bullets on the map, it's really not gonna be a big deal. The assault rifle department is kind of strange right now. It's in a weird spot. We have a lot of ranged ARs, a lot of them. So we have the burst, we have the ranger, we have the heavy, we have the infantry. Those 4 are really good long range, mid to long range. And those guns are really, really bad short range. So if somebody gets in your face after you shotgun them, you really can't use that gun as a backup. You would then need to carry like an SMG or an LMG to pull out after getting into a shotgun fight. And I think the heavy and the ranger are so similar that they probably should have vaulted one of those and perhaps kept the hammer. I think the infantry rifle is really fun to use. It doesn't have a very big magazine size. I think it's like 8, but it does a lot of damage, especially if you do a headshot, even at long range headshots. But as much as I like to play with it, it makes me lose games, so I don't pick it up as much as I see them. But if you're having like a really good aim day, picking up the infantry is a lot of fun. But given all the loot options and combos, I think what most people are gonna be using is the pump shotgun or the infiltrator or the TAC, but I think the pump and the infiltrator will be better. The combat AR is arguably better than the hammer. It's freaking amazing. So I think you'll be picking up the combat AR more than any other AR. I think the third gun, you're gonna wanna take a suppressed snipe. Some people might wanna take like an LMG or the heavy snipe. For the mobility, I'm gonna be using shockwaves more than I did in the past because they brought back the fizz juice out of the vault. And using that in combination with the shocks, you go really, really far. It gives you like a little bit of anti-gravity. I think overall, I'd give this patch like a 3 out of 10, maybe a 4 out of 10. We lost everyone's favorite AR. I would say the majority of players thought that the hammer was the best. Combat is really good though. Can't sleep on that. It's a good replacement for the hammer. Sometimes I wonder who makes these decisions over Epic with love, Epic. I feel like they don't play the game as much as all of us do. Like the combat SMG, just instead of vaulting that gun, just delete it out of the files permanently. This feels like a nerf to Reload, and I love Reload. I've spent the last like 3 or 4 months in Reload and not playing BR like at all. So with these changes that they've made, I'll probably just be sticking to BR, and I think BR is actually in a pretty fun state right now. I think they got rid of the sword, which was way too overpowered. I know the bat's overpowered, but the sword was way too much. That's just what I think. What do you guys think of all the changes? If you made it all the way through to this point in the video, could you give me a thumbs up on the video and leave a comment below that you finished watching the whole thing and rate this particular patch out of 10. Also, Lola wanted to remind you, she wanted to remind you to use code LAR in the item shop. It helps me out quite a bit. #EpicPartner.